born for this, as you are Spartans. Fly your flags high, give it your all. No fear, no regret to die. Battle for your crest. Fire burns are pumping from your chest. Second is not best. We are more than just man, for we are the Spartan.
Welcome back, everybody, and it's the start of season 2. Disappointment at not getting it up in season 1, but we've got to crack on, and I think this is the year. We've changed it around a bit. Budgets weren't kind, so we've gone down the route of loaning people to try and get us up. Couple signings in amongst it, but on the whole we've loaned a few people. Transfer window not over yet, and what the masses have voted is to get through this season as quick as possible, goal highlights until the end of the season, and then when it starts getting to the important stages, we will show you extended highlights and balls and all commentary. So obviously FA Cup run, if it gets deep, then we'll show you as much of that as possible as well. But let's just go through very quickly some of the signings we've made. We're just going to pop up some pictures and talk over them, tell you roughly what they do and who they are, and so you can just get familiar with the squad before we start on the action. I think that's the best thing to do. So, returning a Spartan from yesteryear, Manuel Fernandez, 34 now. He's only coming in on a very cheap loan from the Russian leagues. He will do fantastic in the midfield in that holding role. Next up is a big boy centre back, Acapulco or something, or Agapanthus or Alpaca, but he's a big boy centre back. I say he's going to do a really good job. Returning Spartan on the left, Dolly Menga. What a player he was. He was very cheap. We bought him in. John Sargent, USA, Yankee Doodle Dandy. He's a young centre forward. We've bought him in on a free transfer. Frankie Friday, I think you saw that deal nearly at the end. He's a big boy up front, muscly, strong. He's bought as well. Warnerdam is a Dutch player who can play left side in defence or in midfield. He's on loan. And a 21-year-old Turkish goalie, Ozur, who is quite tall and is going to be our goalie as Lampu has gone. So that's the main dealings at the moment. There's still time in the window maybe to do one or two other things, but it will probably only be loan. We're going to crack on with the goal action from the first few games. First up is Sheffield Wednesday. So squad then for game for the Sheffield Wednesday at home, first game of season 2. Very, very brief highlights, don't forget we're only going to do goal action really, and we're hoping to rattle through a few straight off the bat, but this episode is only going to probably have 2 league games and an FA Cup tie in it, because we're showing you the squad and one thing or another, ending of the transfer window, and then next few episodes we'll try and get 8-10 games in each, so the season should only be about 5 or 6 episodes long, hopefully. That's what we're hoping for. So the squad looking a lot better, but don't forget a lot of loanee people, and if we don't do it this year we could be in shit street. So back end, nothing at all happened in this Sheffield Wednesday game to show you guys in goals. This is the last knockings of it, and it's 0-0, and you would have been bored senseless if you had watched that, let me tell you. So thank your lucky stars you didn't. It was only me sticking biros in my eyes playing it, because it was a dire affair. Team chemistry not really gelling there for that first game. We didn't lose it, and that's one good thing. Here's the squad. Obviously Amon and Atawin didn't go, that we were trying desperately to get rid of. This is all our players on here. Don't forget we've got an awful lot of loanees, which is boosting the squad up at the moment, and like I said, that's why we've got to get out. Menga come in for next to nothing. Don't forget he's on a couple of old buttons and a pickled egg. Jerry Rice still there, doing it for the love of money or a couple whores on a Saturday night. with scabies. Bazor, Badu, good players. Sargent in on next to nothing. Gene Lucas should be a good player. Jabir's still there. Tisteran's done alright, and a few youngsters to boost up the squad. We have still got a little bit of money left, and we're interested in Will Said and Cozy Lev, a goalie who's on next to nothing, and we'll probably try and bring both of them through on loan. That's all our loanees there in front of you. So we've got 1, 2, well, not all of them, because obviously Diego Souza would have been a free transfer, but we won't be going for him. We've not got enough salary budget left to bring him in. We'll bring this backup goalie in, and we'll see if anyone comes in for Atawin or Amon or anybody else before the deadline, which is a fast approaching. Otherwise, we will probably bring Will Stead in also on a loan, just for that last 15-20 minutes off the bench when things get really tired for the opposition and you like to expose them down the flanks and get in behind. There's always opportunities, I fancy. So we'll wait and see if that happens. Next up, it's a game against Reading. Away, and there's a side. Dolly Menga getting a start today. Bodu and Frankie Friday. Very good midfield. Bazor and Gene Lucas, and the old boy returning Spartan Manuel Fernandez, who should run the show in there and who's very good from set pieces. So corners and free kicks around the box, we're expecting a big improvement from last season, hopefully with him now in the squad. Let's go to Berkshire and the Reading game. There is a corner whipped in, and there is the first goal of the season. And it's Frankie Friday, I think, the big boy, had a free run, great delivery from Manuel Fernandez. We were just hyping him on that, and he's delivered straight away, straight in there on the big boy's head, and it's 1-0. And that is often on that corner if you can get it right. You get the delivery right with someone with some decent stats from the corner. You can certainly make chances. You don't even always score with them, but there is always chances to be had if you can get the delivery right. And that was perfectly just over the near postman's head. And Frankie Friday, right on his big head, he powered it in, to be fair. Left the keeper with no chance, drove it right in there. And we are 1 to the good early doors. Good ball in, nice move. Gene Lucas on the overlap. Good ball over, Bodu back stick. Keeper should have done better, but we'll take it, and it's 2-0 on the road. And it's Marion Bodu on the hour. Just what we needed. The game was getting a bit tight. Reading was starting to get back into it. We've had a little bit of a breakaway goal. Good play there from Friday. Good layoff to Gene Lucas. And we've got lucky there. We've got lucky. The goalie should have saved that, but we'll take it. And Bodu is off and running. First goal of the season, and that's good for him. Perhaps I'm doing Bodu a bit of an injustice. It was quite a good header. Another corner. Fernandez again. He's already done this once, and we've done it twice. We've doubled up. This time it's Dolly Menga's first goal for the club, and everybody's having a look at it today. Lovely delivery again from Fernandez. Right on the button. Look at that. Perfect run from Dolly Menga. And Reading, well, they'll be shot to hell. 2 goals conceded from set pieces. Identical. What will the manager say? 3-0 up after 73 here. Final knock-ins, good play. Menga again driving forward into Sargent. He's been his man, chance for Sargent, and on debut, Johnny Sargent makes it 4, wraps up an emphatic performance here from the Spartans away from Spartan Park. Troubles at home last season haunted us. We couldn't win many games at home. We were better on the road, and we've drawn that one against Sheffield Wednesday already at home, but we've absolutely stuffed Reading. We've turned them a new arsehole here, and that's the icing on the cake for a first goal for the club for Sargent. So Friday, Sargent, Dolly Menga, all on target with their first goals for the club today. That's fantastic news on only the second outing. And it's 3 points coming home with us on the Spartan team bus tonight. 4-0. No time for anything else. And we'll take the points, we'll take the prizes, and we'll move on. Next up, I think, is an FA Cup tie against Millwall, one of our old foes from last season. We had a couple monumental battles with them and we come out second best on most of them. But that is a comfortable 4-0 win away to Reading. Not a bad start. We'll take that. 4 points from the first 2 games. No goals conceded and 4 goals. We struggled so much to score goals last year, but we've given us so many more options this year, and that is all good. Lots more options, 2 or 3 strikers, 2 or 3 wide men on each side, and a good midfield. Well, I'm positive that we will be either going up automatic or in the playoffs. 3 hours left. No one's come in for Atawin or Amon, so I think we'll do the deal for Wilstead. It's another loanee. We've got more loanees than we would definitely like, but he's only 2.8 mil and we've got 15 mil left in the coffers. It'd be silly not to give us another option when we might need it. So here will come in, and that will be the end of the business, and this will be the side we take forward into season 2. There you see all the loanees, apart from obviously that Diego Souza, which was a free agent option, but we won't be taking him up. So 6 loanees, which is more than we would ever really want, but with that limited salary budget, we've had to do something just to get numbers in this squad. We can't afford it to be like last season when we were struggling with fitness all season long with such a small squad of only about 16. So we've got a lot more players there, you can see, so we can hopefully rotate it a bit better as we look into this Millwall game, and you can see all the options there. There's certainly a lot more. Stead can come on the bench, Sargent on the bench, Atawin, Warner Dam on the bench. Jerry Rice keeps a place on the bench, but we've got options. I mean, Jabir is missing today, which isn't great. He's probably our best defender, although Agapanthus or Alpaca or whatever we call him at the back, the lone dog, is quite good. But Van Bruggenhausen having to sit alongside him today, and he is really the third choice now because Jabir is head and shoulders above him, and so's Alpaca. Anyway, action from this game to come. Highlights as always. That's for sure. Nothing much happened here. First 15 minutes. Good play from the Spartans. Frankie Friday, good ball in. Dolly Menga! Goalie perhaps could have done better, but we got the opening goal, and it's 2-2 for Dolly Menga on his return to the Spartans. Only on pittance, 100 grand a year. We bought him in, ex-Spartan, Dolly Menga, and he did so well. That's a nice run from the wing in. That's what we want the 2 wide men doing. Wrong foot, but the goalie basically blasted straight through him. Holding on here, not long left. Millwall coming strong though. Oh, that's poor play. What are they doing? Oh my God, what have we done there? The goalie and the centre back have had an absolute Billy Smart circus moment. What on earth have they done between the 2 of them? I don't know how the striker can celebrate it really. I think it got kicked against him and looped in. Spartan not happy. No one happy really. Let's have a look at it. It was a nothing ball. Surely the defender just had to deal with it there. Out. Is it? Who was it? Was it Van Bruggenhausen? I'm not sure who it was, but he made a Marmaduke and Muttley of it, and we're heading for extra bloody time here. So we can get one in now, and we're in with a chance. It's said. Oh, what has he done? Just hit the bloody ball there. It's not gone away though. Just around. Oh, and Sargent's grabbed it wide to win it in the knock-ins. We are heading for extra time United, and Fernandez is pulled up, holding his groin or his right buttock. Hopefully he just needs a crap. Two minutes have added on and they're in behind. Don't let them win it now. Get rid. Blow the whistle. We'll have extra time now. Extra time United here in the cup. We should have buried them. We had a couple really good chances there. Wilstead at the end, and Sargent should have done better with that chance he had, but he's dragged it wide. We've now got to go to extra time. Not what you want with not the biggest of squads. and they do tire very quick. But we want to run in this competition this year, we can. Come on, boys. Big effort now. We've kept ball nice in this game, I must admit. Well, you've seen it. Razor Bazaar. Lovely ball in the Sergeant. Round the corner, and it's Atawin! And all is forgiven for Atawin. And he's popped up with a crucial goal in this cup first round. And it's Atawin. It's a similar goal to the Dolly Menga move, really. It's that run from right to left inside the fullback. Lovely little run and a lovely little finish. He slotted that perfectly. Now try and defend properly and hold on to this and see if another chance comes. Just hold on. Millwall coming back instantly though here. Ball over the top. See it out. Yes. Come on, boys. Three minutes to go in extra time. We've still got that lead. There's another. Oh, it's nearly a good opportunity to get Sargent in behind. One more here would definitely kill the game off. We're looking tired and jaded though, and we're coming strong, but we're defending like lions back there, and he's in. Johnny Sargent. Oh, side netting, but we won it. It's ours. We're through into the hat, and that's all that mattered. We had to sweat and we had to fart and go, get in there, but we've done it. It was a tough game. Millwall always a tough nut to crack, but Atawin, the surprise hero off the bench in extra time, and he's won it, and we've gone through 2-1. Dolly Menga, don't forget, with the first goal again, 2-2 for him, and we are through because we want a cup run this year. We're really hoping to get up, obviously, but a cup run would do us all the world and would raise that club ranking a bit. Menga with man of the match, 7.5. We're going to wrap it up, guys and girls. That's going to be it for this first episode of Season 2, because it was a bit of the cup game and everything else. But rest assured, the next ones will be along, and there'll be a lot more games rammed in so we can get through this quickly. You've now had all the squad updates and all that goodness, so hopefully we can rattle through this season pretty quick. Lots to come. Thanks for joining us as always. Pro Spartan out.
Just wanna tell you